Let's go! So we need to talk about Bitcoin because we are right now seeing a massive correction. And what does this mean? Because Bitcoin is now actually well below my red line here. And you know that I said that this needs to hold in order for the bullish trend to remain intact. So today, guys, we are going to be talking about a lot of important stuff. So if you're holding Bitcoin, if you're holding Ethereum, if you're holding anything at all in crypto, you need to watch this video because we are going to take a look at stuff that is absolutely vital. This is perhaps the make it or break it. If you have been waiting on the sidelines, this could be the opportunity for you. But at the same time, you do not want to get completely wrecked because what if we are going to go even lower? Well, we are going to explore all of that. Welcome back, everybody. My name is Cristiano, bringing you cryptocurrency videos every day, teaching you how to make money in these markets. If you are new to this channel, make sure to subscribe and activate the bell right now. So let's kick it off, guys. And on the 4-hourly chart, you can see that we actually went below the very important red line right here. And I was talking about this yesterday in my video, saying that if we go below this, I am expecting a rather quick dump here. And yes, once we got below it in a matter of just a couple of hours, we went straight down to my next orange box here at $38,000 actually. So what does this mean? Well, it does in fact mean, because right now you can see 4-hourly candle, and on the daily it is looking like this. So if we close this candle on the daily below the red line, I am going to go ahead and say that yes, indeed, the bullish structure of the market right now on longer time frames has been broken. Now, that is not the same as, sell everything you've got and exit the market. No, on the contrary, you just need to have a strategy for if we are going to see a more or less prolonged bear period. So looking again on Bitcoin here, let's flip on the moving averages. You can see that we are right now actually going to maybe be supported by the 200-day moving average here, but we are well below both the 50 and the 100. So this is important. This is not looking super good for Bitcoin right now, seeing it below all of these moving averages. And also, if we go to the weekly time frame, I want to show you again the 21 EMA, and this is going to be a bit different on different exchanges, but you can see that the last weekly candle actually got supported right at the 21 EMA here on the weekly time frame, and we need to see this actually get above. We need the price action to get above here, meaning that at the end of the week, this Sunday, we need to see Bitcoin get above $47,000. And it's not unlikely. I mean, it can happen, definitely. I mean, right now it's looking rather bleak, but remember, we have a long way to go left in this week, and it can quickly turn around. And if we see this go up here and close above the 21 EMA, the blue line, that is a very good sign. Still, if we go back to the 4-hourly chart and we flip on my support and resistance lines, at this point, it is looking likely that we are going to break below, or actually close below and consolidate below the red line here. So pay attention to the next couple of candles today, basically, if we are going to see that. But next levels to pay attention to the downside is going to be at 35,800. It's going to be 34,400, 33,000, and then we have another massive level here at $30,000. So if we are going to see a rather quick dump, you can expect the wick to actually reverse at these points. But I don't want to spread FUD either. We have already have a very significant pullback. How significant has this been? Well, we can see that during the last 9 days, basically 8 days, we have gone down by 35%. So that is already pretty significant. So, I mean, there's a limit for how quick Bitcoin can fall in terms of price. And right now, I would say that we have already fallen a bit too quick, perhaps, and that we need to see a relief here, or that we are likely going to see a relief rally. Now, on the RSI here, you can also see that on the 4-hourly, we are getting into the oversold here. So this is also telling us that we are about to most likely see a relief rally. Flipping on the Lux algo, the Lux algo really did tell us to be cautious. And I also talked about this all the way up here at $55,000 basically. And since then, we have been just going down here. So yeah, at least if you were using the Lux algo, And if you were watching my channel, definitely, because I was telling you about this, of course, and I'm going to continue to do so. It seems like you are all interested in what the Lux Algo is telling us. So I'm going to tell you as soon as we see a reversal here on the Lux Algo, it is telling us that we may be about to flip into a more bullish structure into the market. I am going to tell you all about that, but for now, I mean, this is still intact in a downtrend here. So before we talk about Ethereum, before we talk about all of these other things, if you want to start trading yourself, you're able to still get $2,000 over on Femix for new and existing users, $1,600 on Bybit. If you want to get the Lux Algo, 20% discount on it with the link right here. But be very careful right now, because I would not, I mean, trading on leverage right now, you really need to, I mean, it is risky. That's all I'm going to say. It's risky to trade on leverage right now if you're using high leverage. So be very careful about that. But on Ethereum, you can see that we broke down from this orange box. Next support level was at 3,000. We are actually right now perhaps going to find some support on this level. Next level for Ethereum is going to be $2,500. Cardano, you can see that we broke down on Cardano as well, and we have a very strong level of support here at $1.50 basically, and you can already see that this was a bit of a premature pump here as we were approaching this level, so pay attention to that. But what's really going on right now? Let's talk about what's going on, and you can see that there's a lot of factors influencing it right now. So right now we have the traditional markets are actually going down a bit, so this is actually also putting more selling pressure on Bitcoin. So Bitcoin going down right now, crypto going down, is more a matter of the macroeconomic situation being uncertain and what's going to happen with the Fed, how they're going to do with the inflation, what's going to happen overall. There's just a lot of uncertainty right now in the market, and so Bitcoin crypto is going down. Not because anything has changed. Bitcoin is still, you know, the best asset in the world according to me. But, you know, there's just too much uncertainty, and so that has its effect on Bitcoin as well. And then we have the Wyckoff. You know, this, I was talking about it in this video right here. So if you haven't watched it, make sure to watch it. And is there something going on behind the scenes? Because this was following the Wyckoff distribution indicator very well. It wasn't really following it right here though. I have to be honest about that. In this kind of period, you can see that we are at the end of May basically, and this was anticipating us to be at $30,000 by then. So it's not following it to the exact same exactly, but it was still something that spooked the markets. And yeah, maybe there is something going on behind the scenes. And I'm actually going to be talking about this later on today. I'm going to do a video on that. What else can we say? Well, we can say that the weak hands, the people who actually got in more recently, are the people who are selling right now. Basically, if we look at on-chain, we can see that people who got in rather recently, long-term holders are hodling, but it is the short-term hodlers that have been shaken out right now. And this is indicated by the Bitcoin average coin dormancy. It's also indicated by the SOPR, short-term holder ratio, which brings me to Glassnode. And I want to show you the SOPR. So the previous one we looked at was the short-term SOPR. This is the regular SOPR. And I'm watching right now 2020, basically May of 2020. During the last year, I'm looking at this. And you can see, and what is this basically? It is showing us if the transactions taking place right now on Bitcoin, is it going to be at a profit or a loss? And if it is at a loss, if this is going down, it means that people are selling at a loss on average, okay? And if this is high, it means that people are selling at a large profit. So right now you can see that people are in general selling at a rather big loss actually. So people are panicking. People are selling, and this usually indicates a short-term bottom. Let me show you. You got the black line here. This is the Bitcoin price, and you have the orange SOPR. And what you can see is that right here, you have a big dump in the SOPR and the price, and then you continue to go up here. You have another little spike here to the downside, and this also marked the bottom for Bitcoin. I don't know if you can see it, but again, the Bitcoin price is the black line. So it's going something like this. And you can see that, yeah, very, very clearly, we have a spike to the downside, and the Bitcoin price is at that point actually, in hindsight, at a bottom. So you have the same thing here. This marked the bottom, this marked a bottom, this marked a bottom, this marked a bottom or close to a bottom, this thing right here marked a bottom as well, and now we are actually well below here. So this tells me that, yeah, people are selling at a massive loss, and this is actually a very good indicator to keep track of, because you can see history has told us that it is a good opportunity to buy. Now, not financial advice, I'm just telling you what I am doing, just like I told you on Twitter. And let's continue. So we talked about the SOPR being very low and negative right here. This is the SOPR. We also talked about we have already had a huge correction. Now let's talk about the large outflows from exchanges, because yes, you're seeing that as well. So let me go to this chart right here, and I know that this looks a little bit like a mess, but what you got is spot exchange outflows right here. And let's actually look at the total exchange outflows. And you can see that someone is buying a lot of Bitcoin right now, and it is being transferred out of exchanges. Also, you're seeing a bit of an uptick in inflows of Bitcoin, but more outflows. It's very clear here. And also what you can see is the supply of stable coins, which is the green line up here, is at an pretty much at an all-time high. We have never seen this much stable coins sitting at the sidelines. So I think people are buying Bitcoin right now in midst of this panic and transferring it out of the exchange. Now, one thing that is a bit concerning is that we are seeing the Bitcoin inflows of Bitcoin into exchanges actually going up here. And there's one very clear trend we were talking about in 2021. And that was that the Bitcoin on exchanges was actually very clearly going down. You can see the red line here is the Bitcoin on exchanges. It was going down as the Bitcoin price was going up. And now it seems like it has found a bottom here and it's starting to go up. But what I have seen also is that this is not the case on spot exchanges. It's more on derivative exchanges. So people are transferring more Bitcoin to derivative exchanges, but on spot exchanges, that is not the case. Now, I haven't fully confirmed this yet. If that is the case, I'm going to do it during this day, basically. But yeah, just know that the inflows of Bitcoin to exchanges has now broken a trend also, and that you are now seeing that actually start to go up as opposed to going down, which you've been seeing throughout this entire bull market. Look, later today, we are going to talk about what started all of this. So it obviously started with Elon Musk. He was actually Bitcoin is not crashing because of Elon Musk alone. Obviously, he is one piece of the puzzle, but we are going to dive deep into Elon Musk and what he has been doing and what his motives may be, because something is not adding up here. So if you want to see that video, make sure to activate the bell right now. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.